Alright everybody, episode 17. This is our trip that we took for the 4th of July holiday in 2025, and the trip dates are July 3rd through July 9th.
And the biggest goal of this trip was to not hear a single firework, and we were successful.
I mean, I think we might have heard a firework, but it wasn't at the same level that it normally is, because Sandy doesn't like fireworks. So we had to go somewhere so that Sandy would not be exposed to explosions at the level that she is not at a capacity to deal with.
And we did that. We went into the middle of the woods.
We did go into the middle of the woods. We started the trip off really well. This is a coastal trip, of course, up 101, and we stopped in Bandon on our way north in order to get biscuits, because we like the Rolling Pin Bakery's biscuits, obviously, because this will be... My hairline's not that hard.
No, it's not.
We're currently sitting at the Sunrise Point overlook in the northeast part of the Mount Rainier National Park during our current trip, which is the National Ice Cream Day / Mount Rainier trip. So we finished hiking a little bit early today, and we wanted to stop at a lookout. So we're hanging out, recording an episode, drinking a few tasty beverages, and enjoying what I think is a pretty amazing parking spot that we're in right now.
We've got a view.
Yeah, we got kind of a view.
We've got a view, and we've got people watching.
So we got Rolling Pin Bakery for biscuits, and then continuing north, we stopped in North Bend and went to Nobi Tap House so that we could get amigas, because Whitney and I love sharing. I always order the carne asada burrito, and we share that, but Whitney wants carne asada and birria in the next burrito that we get.
Oh, now we need to go home that way so we can stop there.
I want to go 101 home anyway.
Was this the trip that I had to finish my presentation and video and infographic, so we left late, and then you were like, we can stop at Nobi
to improve your mood.
To improve the mood.
Yeah, I think so. And then I think that might have been the trip where I was trying to pack the van by myself, and I was in my feels, so I was trying to improve both of our moods by taking us to Nobi. So we went to Nobi. I got a nice, was it Deschutes? I think I might have gotten, I don't remember whose it was now. I got some kind of bourbon barrel-aged stout.
Was it not Freem?
No, it wasn't Freem. I got some kind of bourbon barrel-aged stout to go with my burrito, and then we also got quesabirria. We love amigas. This, again,
That's so
we're at the point now where we just talk about all the same places, because we don't really go to new places. We do every once in a while.
Unless we're in a new place.
And then the goal is to find our new places.
But something new about Nobi is we got their chocolate chip cookie, because they have their own pizza oven, and we decided to get one of their chocolate chip cookies that I guess they might make in their pizza oven. I'm not sure. And we ate it that night, and it was super tasty.
Yeah.
I would definitely get another.
10 out of 10, no notes, just a really good, solid chocolate chip cookie. No frills, just really good. And we love amigas. But before we made it to the cookie that night, we stopped, of course, at Yachats Ocean Road in Yachats, Oregon. Whitney had to do a wellness check on a marble that has since then been found.
Oh, so yeah, it was found yesterday.
She checked on her marble, and her marble was still there. And as of real timeline yesterday, somebody found Whitney's marble.
After I had to post another photo this is the only marble that I've hidden that was not on a hike. This was literally just at an overlook, and I was like, this one's going to go so fast, and it lasted almost 2 months sitting there. And I had to post another picture for somebody to go get it of the location. This
was also the day that we sat at the overlook and contemplated and finally decided to pull the trigger on purchasing an extended warranty on the van.
Oh, is that when we did that? Because we were at 35,850 miles. Might have been even past that.
And we were going through warranty issues as that was happening, so just decided to do that. So That was a fun little memory for the day. We stayed, I don't even know what to call it. I just call it boondocking near the port of Newport, Oregon.
Oh, in the harbor.
Yeah, in the harbor, near Rogue Brewing and Rogue Distilling, right next, pretty much in front of the large RV park in the port of Newport. There's one section, it used to be the entire shoulder of the road, but now they have signs up for no overnight parking, but there is still one short section, as of the recording of this, from our memory of being there, where they do allow, or at least they don't have signs that say, do you see the mountain just past that's starting to come out now?
That might be Adams.
So yeah, we parked over there. I like that spot. It keeps us away from the RV park so we don't get any kind of campfire smoke, and then we don't have to pay for the RV park, which I'm sure is like $65 a night or more.
And it's
all we need is a parking spot.
And it's not illegal.
It's not illegal.
There are limited spots because they put up like limited 4-hour parking or 4-hour parking signs at some of the spots, but there were still some that you can stay at overnight or more than 4 hours.
So I like it there. It's a highly trafficked area. I feel like it's safe. There aren't a whole lot of I've never seen anybody in that area that looked shady or sketchy or questionable. Maybe up by the bridge.
I sent Mama a video of our hike from earlier, and she said, "Why is Jake talking about trading in the van? Why were you talking about trading in the van? I don't remember that."
I don't know. I'd have to watch the video to know the context. The next morning, we went to Yakima Bay for the viewpoint. What?
I hate that I don't remember how to say that.
Yaquina?
Yaquina?
Yakima?
I think it might be Yaquina.
Yaquina?
I don't remember.
We've been to this viewpoint before, and it gives you a view into, it's not a bay. Like, what is it when the river, is it an outlet?
The mouth of the river.
The mouth of the river. Which river is that? The Rogue?
The Yaquina.
Is it the Yaquina
Yakima
River flows into the
Pacific
Ocean, and there's a lighthouse behind you, there's a bridge to the left, and then there's beach to the right. So it's just a pretty spot, and there are bathhouses right there for obvious coffee drinking reasons.
Bathrooms, not bathhouses.
Whatever.
Makes it sound like you're going to take a shower in there.
As we were going north,
there's turlets.
We hit Depot Bay. And where do we go in Depot Bay if it's breakfast time?
I also want this. Whale Bites.
We go to Whale Bites for breakfast.
Oh, and this is when we discovered the cinnamon roll.
And we sat, I think, the first day we actually sat on the patio. It might have been the second time.
Because the first time you sat out there.
I was looking at the picture. But it was a cinnamon roll. Absolutely amazing. No notes on the cinnamon roll.
We need to do another coast trip.
Another coast trip.
Every trip is a coast trip.
Every other trip ends up being a coast trip. We love Whale Bites. I can't say enough good things about Whale Bites. I feel like I say this every time now. I wish we were a bigger podcast just so more people could be
driven.
Yeah, just push to Whale Bites, because they're really nice people. They do everything really well.
If you're going to the Oregon coast and you're going to be within
100 miles,
45 minutes or an hour of Depot Bay, go to Whale Bites and get breakfast. It's worth it. So we did that, and then we went to the hike, right?
Yeah, after that was our hike to Drift Creek Falls and the Suspension Bridge in Audacious, Oregon.
And it was a nice hike. Hike through the woods. There wasn't like views or anything, but the waterfall was pretty cool, and the suspension bridge was fun.
And it was 4th of July weekend, so it was one of those, there were a lot of people out and about. I think a lot of people had family in town, and they were just looking for stuff to get out and go do, so that they weren't cramped up in their house for however many days they had family in town for.
But it still didn't feel overly crowded, even for a Saturday. I think it was a Saturday morning.
It was busy. Drift Creek was busy, but it wasn't quite as busy as Cape Lookout, which we'll get to. But it was a good hike. I wouldn't deter anyone from going to Drift Creek Falls.
Maybe it was a Friday.
For the falls and the suspension bridge. I thought it was a good hike. It was fun. I didn't think it was all that difficult.
No.
It was pretty.
And I hit a marble, and it got found the next day. So that was great.
Oh, I didn't even say that you hit a marble.
That was when I hid my mushy marble.
Whitney hid marble.
Mushy marble?
Yeah, that was your mushroom marble that you hid. This also kind of, the next thing kind of started a thing for Whitney. We went to Lincoln City so that you could go marble hunting and we could eat lunch.
That was when we were looking for the beach ball marble that was so cool. That was somebody's initials. You had to find somebody's initials on a piece of driftwood on a beach with a million pieces of driftwood.
Whitney wasn't.
I'm not bitter. I didn't find it. Somebody else did.
We went over to Alderhouse Glass in Lincoln City for... Did you get a mushroom? I say we got a mushroom. Did we get a mushroom?
Yeah, we bought the... Yeah.
Okay, so we bought...
They didn't have marbles.
Alder Glass is interesting. The owner is interesting. He's got... Is that the right one that I'm thinking of?
No, you're thinking of Beach Town. Alderhouse is the one that we went to when we went to the pottery place.
Oh, yeah.
They had the two big dogs.
Yeah, we went to Alderhouse. It's way out of the way. It's way out in the middle of nowhere.
It's like 10 minutes from the middle of Lincoln City.
There's a pottery place right next to it, so if you go to Alder, then you may as well go to the pottery place. Now I know where we are.
Alder didn't do marbles, but they had some cheap mushrooms, like, what, $5, $10, $12 maybe.
Yeah, they had some nice little trinkets that are good little extra hides.
So I got a mushroom to hide as an extra with a marble one day, and then we went to the pottery store and we didn't buy any pottery, but we bought a bar of soap.
And we thought Whitney was done with looking for her beach ball marble at Sillett's Bay, but she decided she wanted to go out and look for it more, so she went out to Sillett's Bay and continued searching for it, and I decided that I was going to park at Pelican Brewing, and I drank a beer from the van, and then when Whitney still wasn't done, I decided that it was a good idea to go to Pelican, and I had work to do on the computer for podcast things, so I went and worked on the computer and drank a couple of beers over there waiting for her to finish, and we finished hanging out there while Whitney looked for her driftwood, and I drank a couple of beers, and this is 4th of July, so this is when we went back up the road to Drift Creek Falls.
We decided that the best place to park, Drift Creek Falls, I think, is in National Forest land, so we just drove up one of the the road to the trailhead, but stopped at a pull-off before that and slept there for the night and had no issues.
Yeah, it was essentially a logging road that wasn't in use because they had dug up part of the road so that nobody could get into the land. So there was no concern over anybody going in there because the road didn't go anywhere. So we just pulled off there and had, as good a 4th of July as curmudgeons can expect to have that just want to be in their van and not listen to fireworks.
And then the next morning we got up and went and got donuts.
Well, no, what did we go and get before we went and got donuts?
Oh no, the first picture I have is donuts.
The first thing we went and did was we went to Pioneer Joe in Lincoln City.
Oh, did we get biscuits?
Yeah, and my note says we don't need to go back.
I remember having that conversation.
We won't be going back, at least to Lincoln City. Every time we've been to the Pioneer Joe Coffee Company in Lincoln City, it's been a bad experience. We only went to the one in...
not a bad experience, just not a good experience.
The only good experience we've had with Pioneer Joe was whenever we went to the one south of...
Down by Gleneden Beach. I don't think it's technically Gleneden Beach, but it's down, whatever that big shopping center is.
Well, it's Gleneden, so whatever. The town is Gleneden. It's south of Lincoln City. You could call it Lincoln City, but...
It's like 10 minutes south.
If you need a differentiator between Pioneer Joe's that we're talking about, one is a Crescent City address and one
Crescent
is...
City?
Or, you actually don't catch me as much as you should misspeaking during the podcast. I'll catch myself when I go back through and listen while I'm editing, and I'll be like, Whitney did not catch me when I said that at all. I misspeak all the time.
Usually I just don't correct you because you get sick of it.
I misspeak all the time. So
I debate in my head before I say anything whether it's a terminal mistake that you made or whether it can just fly.
So Glen Eden's nice because Pioneer Joe's down there, and the one time we went to the Pioneer Joe in Glen Eden, it was a good experience. There's also donuts in Glen Eden. I don't know. But you can continue because we are at the point where you thought we were at a moment ago.
We then went to Lincoln City Donut Company, which this is our second time going, and I was like, I don't really know if I want to go back because I don't really remember, like, it was donuts, so of course I want them, but
I know my opinion on Lincoln City donuts now.
Changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, we got an apple fritter. What did we get filled?
Was that the Marionberry?
Was it Marionberry? We got a Marionberry filled donut and then a dozen donut holes.
14, technically.
I think he gave us like 2, 4,
He
6,
asked
8,
how
10.
many donut holes we wanted, and I told him to give me however many donut holes he felt was right.
And that was 14. Not to be confused with a dozen or a baker's dozen. This is a Jake dozen.
We got a baker's dozen plus 1. People cannot stay in their lane.
It's difficult.
Like,
anyways,
I don't get it.
We loved them this time.
Absolutely.
And and the dude, the
He
owner,
was incredibly kind the first time we went and saw him.
And he was just as kind the second time.
Just as amazing the second time. I wish I could remember his name. I've been watching...
I don't know if we've ever asked his name.
Well, I've been watching his videos on Instagram.
Oh.
Because he does videos every morning waiting for his dough to rise.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So while he's twisting his cinnamon twists, he makes a short video just for like simple life reflections, and they're incredible.
That's so
I love
funny.
them. I've been watching them every time they pop up, and he's so nice and so amazing, and he works this shop by himself. Yeah. He gets there at like midnight or 1 a.m. and then he works until he sells out, and he gets a lot of bad comments from people because he sells out early. He sells out early because his donuts are really, really good.
And the only donuts to get. Well, there's the donut shop. There's Depot Bakery, but that's down a little ways.
There's Depot Bakery, but his donuts are incredible.
And you can also just tell how much he cares about what he's doing.
He's going to burn out. He's going to absolutely burn out at some point. But what he's doing right now is amazing, and I hope it's not physically and mentally, like, actually killing him.
So did we get those, and did we go to Rhodes End?
Yeah.
So we got those and went out and parked at Rhodes End to eat our donuts and drink our coffee. We didn't go for a walk or anything.
No, we were sitting there, and I said I was going to go for a walk. That was the morning we met was it Jenna? The woman in the car next to us, and we stood in the parking lot, and I talked to her for like 45 minutes or an hour about van life.
Yeah, while I was doing schoolwork, you were going to go for a walk.
And then I got distracted.
And then you literally never went for a walk.
No, I didn't make it more than 10 feet away from the van. I just stood there and talked to her about the van. Like, it's no secret. If anybody wants to talk about the van, I will stand there and talk about the van. For far longer than Whitney wants me to stand there and talk about the van. Your next picture should be accurate for what we did next.
This.
No.
This.
No. Oh, you didn't take a picture. The next thing we did was we went to Neskowin Bay Creamery in Cloverdale, Oregon for...
How did I not know?
Did
we get ice cream? No, we went for a hike first.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, we did.
I'm like, what are you talking about?
Oh, no. What I screwed up is, if you look at my notes, Rhodes End, and then Neskowin, and then...
No, that was the farmer's market.
I know, but it's right there.
Yeah.
So I just skipped because I was just looking for Neskowin. So we didn't go to Neskowin Bay Creamery immediately after Rhodes End.
Did we end up getting anything from the farmer's market? We went to the Neskowin farmer's market.
We got Brittany's baked goods for the amazing banana bread. The banana with the maple banana bread that we took on the hike with us.
Good. We took that and the cookie.
2 cookies, brown butter chocolate chip cookie and a snickerdoodle cookie.
But we took the snickerdoodle on the hike.
Yes.
So we got these. Did we get anything else at the farmer's market?
No.
And then we went to, was that Cape Lookout?
That was Cape Lookout.
We went to Cape Lookout and hiked to the point at Cape Lookout.
In Cloverdale, Oregon.
At Cape Lookout State Park.
The Neskowin Farmers Market was in Neskowin, Oregon. We stopped there, picked these things up, and then continued on to Cloverdale on the coast to go to Cape Lookout Trail for that day's hike, where we consumed.
And it was what? It was maybe, did you put how long the hike is? Was it like 4 miles or so?
Not in my
Three
notes.
to 4 miles?
I could look it up and tell you.
3 to 4 miles, not super sure, so it was really muddy.
It was a filthy hike.
We took the dog with us, and she got airlifted quite a bit to try to keep her from being covered in mud in the van. And she got tired because she had hiked Driftwood Creek Falls the day before, too.
It was a really pretty hike. It was definitely prettier than Drift Creek Falls and Suspension Bridge, just for like overall ooh-ah moments. The lookout is direct sunlight, hot. We didn't stay there for very long.
We stayed long enough to eat our snickerdoodle cookie and our
Banana bread.
And we saw a whale spouting way off in the distance, and then we headed back, and I hit a marble. And that marble has not been found.
Oh, we also drank our 2 beers there.
Did we?
Yeah, we drank 2 beers.
Yeah, we did drink 2 beers.
At the lookout.
Yeah, that marble has not been found.
Our 2 beers that did not have an ice pack, because we didn't have an ice pack for that trip.
And then, did we eat lunch in the parking lot there? No, where did we go to eat lunch? Got any idea? I mean, we ate our lunch, but do you know where we ate our lunch?
We ate our lunch in the parking lot at the trailhead.
Did we?
Yeah, we did.
Oh. And then we went to Neskowin Bay Creamery to get ice cream, and they were super busy. So do you remember what we did while we waited for our ice cream?
We sat in the van, and what did we do?
Ate our chocolate chip cookie.
We pre-gamed for chocolate ice cream with our brown butter chocolate chip cookie from the farmer's market.
He didn't wave.
But I don't think he was necessarily looking at us.
I think he was zoned out.
And it's a rental van, so I don't think he's...
Is it?
Yeah, he's not in the van lifer mindset. There are a whole bunch of workers showing up right now that look like they've been doing some serious stuff today.
Oh, that might be one of the people that was in the tree.
That might be one of the people that Whitney said was a bear in a tree.
A couple of them are super dirty.
They're filthy. They look like they've been working. Neskowin Bay was super busy. They said that the 4th of July is always their busiest stretch. They were crazy busy. The guy working was very apologetic for how busy they were, but their ice cream is so good that I told him multiple times, like, I want you to be this busy because your ice cream is so good. You deserve to prosper from the super amazing product that y'all have. And he was just like, we can't keep this up. We couldn't do this forever.
And he was nice enough to give us a tiny vanilla ice cream for Sandy that we kept in our freezer for her to eat on for 4 or 5 days for the rest of the trip, and it was perfect. And that's what we're doing on every trip now.
He did not charge us for ice cream. They were very, very, very nice for Sandy, and gave us a little scoop of vanilla ice cream for the puppy. So she will be getting vanilla ice cream continuously from this day forward,
because she deserves it, and she doesn't get much at a time. One normal person serving lasts her 5 or 6 days. And then, do you remember what we did? You probably didn't make a note of it.
After Neskowin Bay Creamery?
Yeah.
No, the next thing I have is dinner and wine.
We went down that random road like 15 minutes for me to find the marble that was hidden at the roadside.
The random road.
Going inland, and I got the gold and silver. It was hidden at the base of a sign where the old building the photo was the old building.
Okay.
Do you remember that?
Yep.
You parked in the weird in the Y intersection.
Yeah.
So we found another marble, and then we went and we were headed north. Did we have a destination in mind?
I don't know, babe.
North, farther up the coast, and we just pulled off at a pull-off and ate dinner and drank a bottle of wine.
Yep.
And then where did we stay that night?
We stayed on a random gravel road.
Sorry. Yes, that was necessary. I do remember. Do you remember that?
Alverdale, Oregon. And we had biscuits for dessert.
Alverdale?
Alverdale?
No idea.
I'm just telling you what the notes say, babe.
It was in the Tillamook area. I want to say we were a little bit south of Tillamook.
It was in Alverdale.
And then we stayed there for that night. Nehalem is where my phone says we took pictures of biscuits. What did we do the next day? Go ahead.
the next day, we drove over to Tolovana Beach State Recreation Area / Haystack Rock in Cannon Beach, Oregon, at the parking area.
That was part of the reason.
At Tolovana.
That was part of the reason that we did this trip, is because I wanted to go see the puffins before the puffins are not there.
Well, we're not
anymore.
even at the puffins yet. So we parked in the parking area and then walked over to a bakery
that Jake had no faith in.
I'm going to preface this by saying that I'd already said at least 2 times I didn't want to go. I didn't think it was going to be worth it. And then when we got there, I was finally like, all right, we're going to go over to Sea Level Bakery in Cannon Beach, Oregon, and proceeded to stand in line for close to 30 minutes.
A long time.
A while.
A long time for us to stand in line.
In order to get stuff. Do you want me to go through the list of everything that we got?
Yeah, because I know we got...
So we got a Marion Berry and Almond Bostock.
I want another one of those. That thing was so good. I think we talked about this. Didn't we talk about this in like one of our videos?
Yeah, we might have. We talked about...
Bostocks.
So I know we've discussed the Marion Berry and Almond Bostock. We got the pecan sticky bun.
Yeah.
We got the cookie, which is Kookie, which was the oatmeal-y kind of cookie that we got. Mm-hmm. We got a molasses cookie, and we got the 3 cheese savory biscuits.
I took a better picture than you.
Probably.
You don't have a picture in there?
I think I used your picture.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because you said your picture was super artistic.
It is.
Fantastic all around. The worst thing we got, and when I say the worst thing we got, like on a scale from 1 to 5, the worst thing we got was probably
1 to 10.
On a scale from 1 to 10, the worst thing we got was probably like an 8, which is the cookie. I said good, not great, slightly dry, overbaked.
Did you say anything about the sticky bun?
The sticky bun was very good dough.
Is this the one?
It had a good cinnamon flavor. Would get again. But the caramel on the sticky bun was too tacky.
Yeah.
They took it too far.
I don't know if I would get it again just for that reason, because I like a more runny caramel.
I said would get again.
I would get a billion Bostocks.
The Bostocks were amazing.
A Bostock is similar to like a bread pudding type thing, and it was just so good.
Whitney would not. So the Bostock, I don't know. I said this in the video where Whitney and I mentioned it. Bostock is Bostock. Just Google it. They're delicious. If you ever see one, get one. The 2 that we've had, we've enjoyed very much. We got one at Mix in Ashland, Oregon, and we got this one at Sea Level in Cannon Beach. And I'm a believer in Bostocks.
And didn't we really enjoy the biscuits too? With our jam, whatever jam we had.
I loved the biscuits. I said they were on par with Dodo.
And do you remember what jam we were using at the time?
No, it was the 3 cheese savory biscuits. I think that might have been the jalapeno pineapple.
I think it was.
I think it was the jalapeno pineapple jam.
I think it was.
So Sea Level was fantastic. We'll go back. They don't always have a line, so...
You don't know that.
I heard people talking in line.
Oh, and it was a holiday weekend.
About how they don't normally have lines. I heard a couple, they were like, we were here yesterday. Was it like this? And the husband was like, no, not at all.
I told you that.
Oh, okay. I knew I remembered somebody saying that at some
Yeah, because I heard that conversation while I was sitting outside with Sandy and you were inside in line.
We went over to...
And then we went out to the beach.
I didn't say we went out to the beach after this chronologically. I just said we were at the Tolovana Beach State Park or State Recreation Area for coffee, baked goods, and puffins. So we walked out. We spent like 5 or 10 minutes trying to find puffins ourselves and had no luck. And then the volunteers helped us see them. And then once you knew what to look for and you knew roughly how big they were, they're not that big. But when you figured out the color of their beaks specifically and where the white and the black colors are on their bodies,
I feel like you could also look for how they fly, because
they were super flappy.
Flew a little bit differently than the other hundreds of birds that were mixed in the bunch. But that was fun.
Haystack Rock was really neat. I would tell anybody to go to Haystack Rock. Cannon Beach is a nightmare. Cannon Beach is
It's a tourist madhouse.
I don't want to say it's not touristy,
a nightmare.
like in a bad way, but it's busy. So if you don't get there early and get a parking spot, you're going to be driving back and forth through town trying to find a parking spot, and it's busy, and it's just a lot of people. Like it's just a busy spot.
So yeah, we did that. Got to see puffins. Didn't get any good pictures because they were flying and too far away, and we don't have thousands of dollars worth of camera equipment.
No, it would have been impossible for us to get a picture of a puffin with our current equipment.
And then we drove into town, into Cannon Beach, parked, and went to
all we did was go to Ice Fire. And they unboxed,
which is a glass blowing.
They unboxed
gallery.
All of their marbles for you. He was so excited. He was like, "We just got a new shipment of marbles in. Let me unbox all of the marbles for you."
So, this is a super nice, super fancy glass blowing studio, and I had bought one marble there before, and I was looking this time, and I was like, he had one or two marbles out, and they were both like $60 or $70, and I was like, "You don't have any smaller ones, do you, for hiding?" And he was like, "Hang on." And he goes and grabs a cardboard box.
Hold that thought. And
opens it up and just starts pulling out. It probably had, 40 marbles in there, 50 marbles?
Dozens of marbles.
And so we bought 4 marbles there.
I think so. We bought more than you wanted to buy because I ended up grabbing one at the last minute and saying, "Buy
this
that
one too."
So, and they were so pretty. I love that shop. Of all the glass places we've ever been, Ice Fire is my favorite. And even the things that I like so much aren't Ice Fire studio glass.
I don't know what they specifically make.
I don't either. I have no clue.
We need to ask that next time we go in.
The work that they do have is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, if money were no issue, I would walk in and just be like, I want it all. Empty your studio. I will be here tomorrow with a truck and packing material to take it all home.
That would be a lot of money.
It would be a lot of money, especially considering just the Sea Lion set is $10,000.
Is that how much it was?
Isn't it all 3 Sea Lions?
I was thinking it was closer to 15, but I think 10 is...
No,
I think 10 is right.
I did the math, and it's somewhere in the 10 to 15 range, and it could be closer to 12, but for...
It was 10 because the one on the stand is 5,000-ish, and then the other 2 were in the 2,000 plus. And I was like, I wouldn't pay that much money just to have one on a stand.
No. So we did that, and then Whitney was like, "Do you want to go to Astoria for a smash burger?" So then it turned into an Astoria day.
And then the answer to that question is never no.
No, the answer to "Do you want a smash burger?" will never be no.
Look at it.
Oh, I know. Coastal Smash in Astoria.
At Bowie Tap Room.
That is a food truck outside of Bowie Tap Room. Can get it every time.
So we did that. Did we go to Breakside?
We went to Breakside for 2 beers. You got your beer. I say 2 beers. We didn't go for 2 beers each. Whitney got an IPA or a pale ale. I got a stout.
And then we needed ice cream.
No. We're not there yet.
Where are we?
Astoria Sunday Market. Because it was right next to Breakside. You had to get playing cards. I had to get super expensive coffee that I'm currently drinking and is amazing, and I don't remember who the roaster is. Can't tell you who the roaster is.
And you know what? I'm really sad because when we were talking to him, he was like, "Yeah, the roaster's up at Rainier." And
really?
Yeah, and I should have asked where, because he made it sound like he is working or roasting somewhere near Rainier.
Hold on, I'm 5 seconds away from figuring this out. It's Keebler Coffee Roasters in Longview, Washington. And I don't remember exactly who. I think the person that we bought it from, was he with Keebler?
Yeah, okay. It was a Keebler tent.
Okay, so it was Keebler Coffee Roasters. They're out of Longview, Washington, and I got a fermented Yerga Hefe or Yerga Chefi coffee, and it's one of my favorite coffees I've ever had. It's amazing. Whitney smells it, and she's like, "It's so fruity. It smells so sweet." It's amazing. It's one of the few coffees that I can actually think of where you could give it to somebody and they'd be like, "Holy cow, I didn't know coffee could taste like that." So it is a top 3 coffee for me all time, to go along with my blueberry coffee. Not blueberry flavored coffee, but just the flavor descriptor for this coffee was blueberries from Coffee House. coffee roast house in Spokane.
Roast House Coffee?
Roast House Coffee in Spokane. And I don't know, I'd have to go back and really put some thought into figuring out what my other top 3 would be. But yeah, this one that we got was so good. And we were walking past the tent and Whitney was like, "Do you want coffee?" And I was like, "Well, I don't necessarily know if I do. I like to kind of be a geek and a nerd talking about coffee, and the last few places we've gone to, I haven't had a great experience with getting the answers to the questions that I normally ask about coffee, and I thought this would just be a replay, but I decided to go ahead and give it a shot." And he was super receptive, super friendly to me going over there and trying to nerd out with him, and he was even like, I'm not even all that educated, and he was like educated well above my head. But he was answering my questions and giving me so much more. And then, of course, the specific one that I asked about was like his showcase coffee. So it was amazing. So good. We also stopped, I don't remember who we got it from. We got a chocolate caramel cookie for Whitney, and a sugar buttercream cookie for me. There's nothing involved in that that's necessarily worth talking about.
Wouldn't get again.
The cookies were just cookies. And then, now you can talk about the ice cream.
Then we went to get ice cream.
From?
Scoops and Frites.
Frites and Scoops.
Close enough.
In Astoria.
And Jake went in to get it, because Sandy's not allowed in.
Sandy is not allowed inside.
What are their flavors?
What do we get?
Yeah.
We get the chocolate cookies.
Chocolate cookies and cream?
Chocolate cookies and cream, and the...
honey...
It's got a weird name.
You don't have it in your note?
No.
Fail. Toffee, honey, toffee, honeycomb.
It's a honeycomb ice cream.
They're both delicious.
Type thing. We love it.
That's our second time going.
The one
Obviously, we'll go back.
The one that we can't think of the name is like their number
flagship.
one. Yeah, if you go in and you're like, "What's your number one most popular ice cream?" That's the one that we get, and we like it a lot. That and the chocolate milk and cookies is the other one that we get. And then, you trying to look at the website and figure out what the flavor is?
No.
We went to Lewis and Clark National Historic Site for marble hunting.
Didn't find it.
We were not successful.
Didn't hide one either.
And then?
I don't know.
The Neskowin Estuary Natural History Park in Seaside, Oregon for dinner and cookies.
I remember that.
Is the fan on?
Yeah.
Did you crack the door?
No, because of mosquitoes.
Somebody getting the popo? Were you speeding, little girl? You got the whoop whoop up after you? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Get 'em, Ranger. Old girl is probably doing 50 through here. Speed limit's 35, people. Do the posted speed limit in the national park. Otherwise, you're going to get the whoop whoop on you.
This was when we were headed back south. And...
I'm sorry, officer.
Stopped.
I didn't know I was speeding.
Stopped for dinner at a random, riverfront pull-off. And ate dinner.
Is that where we saw the people with the moving...
Yes!
That was a show. That was an entire
Oh, man, let's not get into that.
So we sat there, ate dinner, ate our cookies, and then went to Nehalem Bay State Park.
Did we have biscuits for dessert again?
Nehalem, Oregon for the night, and all I said was tasty goodies.
Biscuits.
Yeah, that looks like our 3 cheese biscuits.
And cookies.
Oh, yeah, that's our...
We ate all of our seaside goodies that we hadn't eaten earlier in the day. Sea level.
From Cannon Beach. Not Seaside.
I get it.
So we went over there, had tasty goodies, and then woke up the next morning and decided that there was a bakery in Nehalem, Oregon, that we drive past.
Nehalem?
Nehalem.
Halem.
Either I spelled it wrong or my phone corrected it. Nehalem. We went to Wanda's Bakery and got dry and flavorless biscuits that we don't need again.
Which ones were those? Which one's Wanda's Bakery?
Wanda's Bakery was the one that I parked across the street at the hardware store, and you went in there and
yeah.
had to wait to get the biscuits.
It's L-E-M, not L-U-M.
You want to put some effort forward in carrying this conversation forward instead of just staring at me in silence?
Where's this donut from? Oh, Neskowin. That's later, though.
Yeah, we went to Oceanside Beach State Park in Oceanside, Oregon for agate hunting and walking on the beach, which we have a video and shorts and reels of that. So there's no question as to how that was. We had fun. It wasn't a perfect morning, but it was a pretty morning. It was good.
It was cold. We were bundled up on the beach. You remember that?
Yeah. Then we went to Neskowin Provisions, and I really like Neskowin's donuts. We got the maple Bavarian filled, which you said was too sweet. I said it was amazing. And we got an apple fritter. And that was the apple fritter that had the salty bottom on it.
And a cake donut.
Oh, I didn't put that we got an old-fashioned.
It's a cake. Because we ate that as soon as we got it, I think. Yeah, we ate that as soon as we got it before we kept driving. And then we headed south, and then was the next thing marble hunting again?
Yes.
We stopped at a boat ramp.
Little Nestuka River boat ramp.
And found a marble, which took 20 minutes?
Yeah, it didn't take long. It was just trying to figure out the right spot.
Because the marble had been hidden for, I don't know, 4 months.
You said it had been there since February.
Yeah, so it was spring versus the middle of summer. And then there's our biscuits.
We left there, went to Rhodes End in Lincoln City, because I like Rhodes End. It's far enough out of the way that not a lot of people go over there, so it doesn't get super crowded, and it's pretty. And we had lunch, wine, beer, Neskowin donuts, and recorded our first episode in the van for the podcast, which has now become my favorite way to record the podcast.
When I was listening to engineers who van life when they were full-timing in their van, and I would listen to their podcast episodes, they would always start their episode with where they were recording from. We have to start doing that.
We did that.
Did we?
Yeah. I told everybody at the beginning we were sitting at the,
you did. At the
Sunrise Point Overlook, or Sunrise Point, whatever it is. I looked at it on maps and it said what it was, in Mount Rainier National Park, and now I'm saying it again. So we did Rhodes End for lunch, wine, beer. Oh, we had beer too. Neskowin donuts and an episode. And then we boondocked again in Newport, at the port of Newport. And what happened the next morning?
But first... What did I do when we parked? I left you. And I went and walked.
Oh, I showered and Whitney walked it. What'd you do?
I walked on the bridge. Which river is that?
I don't know, babe.
In Newport.
No idea.
Is it the Aquina? Walked over the bridge because there's a bird's nest that you can see, and I think it was an osprey. I didn't bring the binoculars, so I couldn't tell for sure. We stayed there again that night. And then the next morning, where did we go?
Where did we go?
Say it.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I'm drinking beer.
Was the first thing we did Big Dog?
I thought that's what we were getting at.
Well, I didn't know if you were going to yell at me and tell me I forgot something.
No, we went over to Big Dog for 2 fritters, 1 maple and 1 regular, and 2 buttermilk biscuits.
Oh, I forgot we got his biscuits. Oh, and
large, tasty, but very dry. Definitely not as good as Dodo or Sea Level. I think Rolling Pin might be better also. I would get them again, but that's mostly because it's Big Dog. We got buttermilk biscuits. His jalapeno biscuits were currently baking. We didn't get to try his jalapeno biscuits. I would definitely give his jalapeno biscuits a try, but his buttermilk are not the best biscuits we've had, but they're also, as far as price goes, for price and size, they are some of the best as far as what you get for the price you pay.
We were, in fact, eating the pineapple jalapeno jam at that point in time.
Okay. And those aren't his biscuits.
Are they not?
No, those are his biscuits.
So whose are these? I apparently didn't take a picture of his biscuits.
I don't have another photo. I don't know whose biscuits those are, babe. You're looking at a stranger's biscuits right now. We went to River Roasters for coffee.
And a muffin.
And I got a raspberry jam muffin, which was a good muffin, but I was kind of expecting more raspberry, and all it was that made it a raspberry jam muffin was there was a little teaspoon dollop of raspberry jam in the muffin bottom.
One of these days, you're gonna learn your lesson, and you're just gonna get the coffee cake muffin.
It was still a good muffin, was it not?
But the coffee cake muffin is a great muffin.
So we did that. I thought it was very good. We went to the Florence Harbor, which I like. I've talked about this recently, I feel like, in the last episode, possibly, so that we could sit there, eat our donuts, and drink our coffee, which I love. If we can time it right, and I can go to Big Dog and get our apple fritters, and then go over to River Roasters and get a nice hot cup of coffee, and just sit there and enjoy my apple fritter and drink my coffee, that's one of my favorite things for just what I'm going to look back at on, like, this time that we've spent in this area. That's going to be, I always have, like, certain reflections that I bring up with you all the time. Like, what are my memories of these places? For Laconia, which we weren't recording any of this, so there's none of this that's, like, on the record for our recent areas that we've been in. But, like, New Hampshire last year in Laconia, that is forever going to be affiliated with me running.
Oh.
So it's one of those, like, if I listen to Shabuzi, then automatically I'm like, oh, Shabuzi. Oh, that's what I would listen to whenever I would run. Oh, where was I when I was running? Laconia.
I thought you were going to say paddleboarding.
Because we ran so much. No, there's paddleboarding and ice cream, but still every time I hear certain songs, it, like, immediately takes me back to the Greenway and the loop that I would do in Laconia. But that was also the day we left eating our apple fritters and made it over to Reedsport, slightly inland, in order to go to Loon Lake for paddleboarding, lunch, Go Juice. I say Go Juice. We have Go Juice every day on these trips. Go Juice.
Go Juice being energy drinks.
Go Juice being
energy drink.
Energy. We share one energy drink, one 16-ounce can of an energy drink.
Don't come at us. Everyone has their vices.
It's cool. They're tasty. They're delicious. It could be worse. I could do different uppers, but I choose Go Juices instead. We had, what?
I was going to say, that was a really good lake. Loon Lake, paddleboarding.
Loon Lake was a good lake. As of the recording of this podcast episode, this is the same day that the video for Loon Lake released on YouTube, and I also shared it to Facebook. So today there was a reel or a short that came out for it. I think for the next, like, 2 or 3 days there are Loon Lake shorts and reels that are going to be released, but the long format video is up. We did Loon Lake Recreation Site for the night, and then we drove home the next day.
Well, are you not gonna mention the Loon Lake debacle?
What was the Loon Lake debacle? I have nothing else in my phone, so that's
the
all
marble.
my notes that I have for the trip. That's your thing. You can tell the people about your thing.
So I saw somebody post a marble that needed to be water rescued.
A cube.
No. Somebody else hit a marble that needed to be water rescued, aka they went kayaking and hid this marble while they were kayaking, and I was like, that's amazing. I want to do that. So I got not a marble. It was a cube, a glass-blown cube, and an Oregon Thunder egg, and brought them with us on this paddleboarding trip, and hid them on a stump in the water, and then posted them later. And then people got really excited about it and liked the post and commented on the post. And then a day later, I got a message from the admin that said, hey, I'm sorry, I'm just letting you know that I deleted your post because you didn't actually hide a marble. And I'm like, of course it would be when I'm hiding a marble 4 hours away from home on a lake that my post gets deleted. So we have since gone back and switched out the marble for the cube for a marble. So y'all will hear about this another time. Not
something as simple as, like, a marble buried 3 inches beneath the surface at a street sign. But, like, for us, we need to go out, we need to park, we need to set up the paddleboard, we need to get on the water. Like, it's a whole thing to go paddleboarding. And we couldn't just swim out there, because on the paddleboard, it's 30 minutes just to get to where she hid the cube / marble. So...
You missed something. Where did we stop on the way home? Where did we get that cinnamon twist thing?
Was that...
Tri-City. What is Tri-City? Grocery outlet. The Happy Donut. The Happy Donut in... Oh no! We had to take Sandy to the vet. So we had to go down to, Grants Pass.
Yeah.
We had to go down to Grants Pass. We had to take Sandy to the vet.
Oh, I never updated all this.
So we had to go over to the 5 and go south on the 5. So first we went and stopped at a rest area to look for a marble, but it had been muggled. And then we went to the Happy Donut in... Is it in Myrtle Creek? Or Canyonville? Or Riddle? And we got a cinnamon pull-apart twist thing, a fritter, an old-fashioned, and a glazed. And the cinnamon twist pull-apart thing was delicious. We both really enjoyed that. I think we said we wouldn't get the fritter again. Is that right? Does the picture jog any memories?
I don't remember.
And then, we went and dropped Sandy off at the vet. And when we went and dropped Sandy off at the vet, we went to do a hike and marble hunt. And that was at the Cathedral Hills Trails on the south side of Grants Pass. Found a marble that had been there since like January or something. And then went to... I don't feel like we went to try to go to GNC and ended up getting more donuts from, what was the donut place that we will not go back to next to the taco shop? Do you remember the name of it?
No, I do not.
Went to another donut shop that we will not go back to. It was not very good. And then we went home. Where did these biscuits come from? Did these biscuits come from the Happy Donut? They did. Did
they?
Do you remember which one the Happy Donut was? It was where you parked, we went in, and then we came out and we moved the van to the end of the parking lot and we pulled in front of the truck and trailer that had to make the U-turn.
Oh, those came from the Happy Donut.
And you walked back in and got. So that's what these
the Happy
biscuits...
Donut was really good.
Yeah, we really liked their donuts. Their biscuits, from what I remember, were decent, not great.
I think they were 50 cents a piece.
Yeah,
so
they
it
were
was kind of
super
just one
cheap.
of those where you get really good. Oh, the woman finally emailed me back after I was talking about her taking 10 days to respond to me.
And
yeah, the Happy Donut was delicious. That was a good apple fritter. I said it was a really, really, really good apple fritter. I would get the apple fritter again.
I just remember how much we both
That's
liked
the one that does
thing.
the apple fritter challenge.
Oh yeah.
So I would totally get that apple fritter again.
We would definitely go back there. And then we picked up the dog from the vet and went home. And that was it. That was our July 4th trip.
That is the end of the trip. It was a good trip. I enjoyed it.
And
with the exception of just completely losing track of not taking notes for the last day.
And that was when I found my really pretty
That was
marble.
when you found your amazing marble. That was such a good marble. Well, you found the decoy, and then she hid your
that
marble
woman still cracks me up.
in Crescent City. Because
That's the life I want to live.
So, it was a good trip. I enjoyed it. It's a lot of the same stuff. I know we're getting kind of repetitive with some of this stuff, but when we go to new places, we get new things, but there's a lot where if we just have a short period of time to do something, if we don't have enough time to reach out to a new place, then, I mean, your area is your area. There's only so much we can do in an area, and we don't really try to seek out every new place in an area for the sake of just providing, like, new place content.
Well, we're
just
also...
for the sake of doing it. I would rather find the things that we really enjoy and then continue going to those places and just harp on them.
But we're also just eating the same things, but we're going and doing different things as far as like hiking and paddleboarding different places. So
yeah,
that's different.
Even with the podcast, you hear this stuff over and over again, but there's no shortage of like paddleboarding and hiking stuff, especially with the videos that are going to come out from the Mount Rainier trip. Like, it's going to be a month's worth of content of videos just from Mount Rainier. We're doing 2 hikes a day.
We did 3 yesterday.
Well, I was going to say 2 hikes a day, up to 3 a day for while we're here. So there's no shortage of stuff. The food is the food.
There will not be much food talk the next
No,
The next episode.
the Mount Rainier trip is going to be
There's going to be some.
It's going to be a numbered episode, but it's going to be a national park centric episode, just about hikes and
It
what
might
we've
have to
done.
be 2 episodes. I have to pee. We got to finish this.
Okay. Say bye.
Bye.